I got so much that's on my mind. Look, hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man DJ FX. Welcome to another episode of MC Love with DJ FX. I'm just excited, as I'm always am, to have you guys come back and join us for another inspiring, motivating, empowering moment, as well as informative moments. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go right into it because an hour is an hour. So I've been going over my time limit, but I'm gonna try to stick to it this time, y'all. I'm gonna do my best to try to stick to it this time. I promise you, I'm gonna try to stick to it. But we're just gonna go right into it, and I'm going to bring out my my brother. I can't say he's my guest. He's my brother. From day one, very humbled man, very knowledgeable man. You're talking about Black history. He's part of Black history each and every day. And not just him, but the people that he ride with, um, and those who are like-minded, like him. It's Black history every day. So without any further ado, he can hear the background claps, but I won't be able to hear it. I'm going to bring him out right now. My man Moose.
What's happening? What's happening, my brother? My brother. Wow, you put
Hey,
me on
what's
Black
going
History.
on?
Wow. How
I
you doing,
know.
sir?
Well, look, they should have known that you was going to be my guest because I got you right back here on my green screen back here
Oh,
behind me.
oh, yeah, that is a hint. Yeah, that is a
I know,
hint.
right? What's going on, brother?
Oh man, great. Everything's great, man. Just made it back from that trip to Jacksonville, Florida, hang with the Iron Elite. That was a great trip, and I'm still in awe of that trip, and just blessed to be home and blessed to be around those individuals. Had a good time.
Yeah, K Solo said he saw you down there because when he saw that you was going to be my guest, he's like, I just saw him.
Yeah, yeah, had great conversations with him too, man. It was a blessed trip as always to hang around such knowledgeable, down to earth people, man. Things like that, man. It's amazing. You can walk up to anybody that's having their own conversation, just jump right in. What they talking about, you jump right in. They engage you in the conversation like you were invited. You gain knowledge from them. Every time I go to that event, I gain some knowledge, bring something back home. And I don't care what you've done in the bike world, bike set, you learn something from somebody.
Hmm.
It's not a party. It's just it's just a gathering of ground pounders that have done some amazing things. A wonderful atmosphere. Um, Anybody who's ever thought about going, they should just do it. Sarge puts on a wonderful event, and it's a great thing to do.
Now I know this is going to be, kind of a repetitive question, but how was your ride down there?
Oh, it was man. Let me tell you, just like last year, it was a blessing how the Lord worked the weather out because we got 40-degree temperature amongst a time when it was a frozen tundra before. We left out here, it was about 35. It warmed up quickly. Every gas stop, it warmed up. By the time we got to the Carolinas, we were taking gear off. Traffic was beautiful. We had no traffic. The left lane was clear. The bikes performed wonderfully. I got a new transmission that week.
Wow.
I
And is
got
this
a
the
brand,
same bike you just got?
huh?
Is this the same bike you just got?
No, that bike is a 16. I've had that bike
Oh,
since 2016.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same bike. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, same bike. I just got another transmission put in it
Okay.
that week, and it performed wonderful all the way down. Me and Lucky went, and on the way back, same thing. No traffic, clear left lane. Um, yeah, yeah, no traffic on the way back, so we took advantage of that.
All right. So, for those of you guys who are just joining us, and there are some folks that are joining us, um, what do let's start with your name, Moose. How well first, no, let's back up a little bit more. How long have you been riding, and how did you get your name, Moose?
Well, if you want to include, if the mini bike days count, uh, you could say I've been riding since I was about 11. Got my first mini bike at 11. My cousin in Baltimore got a mini bike, so I had to get one. So I obtained my first mini bike in Baltimore because he lived there, and we started riding in the streets of Baltimore down Druid Hill Park. And then I brought my mini bike here to DC, where we rode around Missouri Avenue, Rock Creek Park, up and down Georgia Avenue until I got caught. And the police and the police confiscated the bike and didn't live much longer after that. And then there was several years, didn't own a bike until I bought a bike. I forgot what year it was, somewhere in the 80s, a paycheck bike.
Mm,
That was stolen. So then there was some years, that was about somewhere in the mid 80s, and that was stolen. And then I bought another paycheck bike, and that was the kind of bike that, I just rode around Clinton and Fort Washington. It was an old Honda Nighthawk, and I had to put carburetor fluid in it every time I started.
mm.
And I didn't get far. I just rode around Fort Washington and Clinton, and that didn't get far. Nobody saw me ride it unless you were in a couple clubs. You saw me ride around, and so that didn't get far. And then 2005, I got my first Harley. And then I really broke out. I hit some zip codes then, and I was ready to ride then. So I really say I got my first real bike in 2005 because then I can go past some zip codes. So the story really starts in 2005. Everything else was just trainers.
Okay. And how'd you come up with how'd you get the name Moose?
So the name Moose really started on the campus of Morgan State University in '82. Everybody had fraternities all over the place. I didn't join a fraternity. I was the president and CEO of a beer club. And that name,
Okay.
yeah. I was the president and CEO of the Moosehead Beer Club.
Okay.
So fast forward to after the beer club, so everybody called me Moosehead. And so I was also, you're a DJ, and so I was DJing. So everybody called me Moosehead. So that was my handle. And so I always, being my personality, I always kind of associated with the animal moose. I've
Mhm.
always kind of thought I was bigger than I am. I'm the kind of person I always thought I was 6'5", 250 until I got next to a person who was that size. You know what I'm saying? I really thought I was 6'8", 250 till I get next to somebody like that. Then I realized I wasn't that big.
Wow. That
So,
whole
I,
change
so
your
then,
whole perception.
yeah, what's that?
Change your whole perception.
Yeah, like, damn, I ain't that big. Anyway, I'm a short guy, small guy. So then when I got into the bike world, I just dropped the head part and went with the moose.
That's
So
what's up.
that's how the moose came. So moose started in 1982.
So it was a name that you um walked into, like, like for myself, DJ FX. I wasn't given that name through the motorcycle community. It was name that I came up with on my own as a DJ, and it stuck with me. So
Yeah, it kind of stuck with
you
me.
got
Yeah,
that prior to,
yep, kind of stuck with me. Yep.
and it stuck with you. That's what's up. So you've been riding from 2005. So is that when riding with the Kingdom Knights started, or is there a story before the Kingdom Knights?
No, actually, when I got the bike, 2005. That's also the exact same time. Canaanites started. Uh, when the Canaanites started, I had my Honda Nighthawk prior. See, prior to the Canaanites started, a lot of us in church kind of rode together a little bit.
Mhm.
People were starting to get motorcycles, one to twosies and threes and fours. And a lot of us in church who had an interest in riding, we also served in different ministries, security ministry, AV ministry, deacons, yada, yada, yada. And we would see each other in church all the time. We were serving in ministry. And then we liked motorcycles. So on Sunday, we had that in common and serving in ministries.
Mhm.
And onesies and twosies, we were starting to gain our licenses
Okay.
because some of us was riding, some of us had licenses, and some of us didn't. And then onesies, twosies, we started getting licenses, and then I got my license at the same time I got the Harley. Yes, that's true. You might have backed up stories like, wait a minute, you didn't have a license when you had the Honda? Yes, you might have picked that up. Yeah.
I did.
yeah. But I wasn't the only one. So we all started getting legal and getting bikes at the same time. So when I got the Honda, I got the Harley, and I got my license at the same time. Pastor, in the celebration of my Harley and the license at the same time, we were all in Jubilee, and we're in this, in between services. Pastor said, "You all ought to start a motorcycle ministry,"
Wow.
and we all looked at each other in the hallway like, you know how you want to be obedient to your pastor. You're like, oh,
Okay.
okay. And then they walked off. And we were all standing there like, y'all hear what he said? Y'all want to do this? We didn't have a clue what he said, what he just said. A motorcycle ministry. Now, so we moved forward on this creation of this thing. We had no idea what a motorcycle ministry is or
Mhm.
was. So it was good timing because at that time I was easing in another direction.
Mhm.
I was not going towards the ministry side. I was easing in another direction. You understand?
Right.
I was kind of like beginning in the hang around stage of another direction. It had nothing to do with ministry as you catch on. So it probably was a good thing. So when the Kingdom Night started, and I was I was talking with the brothers in the area I was hanging out with, and one of them said something prosthetic. He says, "You know what, man? You have to join a group that's in a direction of where you're going, not where you are."
Mhm.
I was like, "Wow,
He
you ain't nowhere near a preacher, but you said something prosthetic." when he said, "You need to join a group that's in a direction where you're going, not where you are." I said, "Wow," because you reflect where I am, but this
Mhm.
thing that I don't even know about could reflect where I'm going. I said, "That's deep." So we got together and the founding members, and we started, pouring this thing out. And this is trying to organize this thing, and that's basically how the Kingdom Nights started. Out of the pastor in the hallway
Wow.
saying, you all are started this thing called Kingdom Nights.
Yeah, that's what's up. Wow. And look at y'all 20 years later.
Yeah, man. 20 years later, from a hallway conversation, and if he didn't say that, I mean, it probably wouldn't have happened. If he didn't say that, because we actually somebody took a picture of us, excuse me, on the church calendar when we were riding on motorcycles to church one day, and somebody said, uh, "Hey, look at the church crew." That's all we were on the calendar. A bunch
Right.
of people rode their bikes. A couple people rode their bikes to church, and they put on the calendar the church crew, and that's probably what all we would have ever
Mhm.
been, just a church crew. And we probably would have faded off different directions by then. We had no idea of
Mm, mm, mm.
formalizing, and he.
Alright, I'm gonna call out a couple of things and see if you have any good memories, excuse me,
Ooh, memory. My
of
63 year
these
old memory.
different events.
Ooh, 63-year old
Alright.
memory.
Huh?
I said, "Oh, you're gonna call my 63-year-old memory?"
Alright, first one I'm gonna call out, back in 2019, May 4th, the Kingdom Nights Unity Ride at Cracker Barrel. Anything stands out on that one?
May May 3rd. What say it again?
It was, May hold on. uh, It was, yeah, May 4th, 2019.
2019. So
Mhm. May
our
4th,
bike
it was a
blessing.
community ride. Unity ride, not a community ride, unity
Oh,
ride.
the Unity ride of 19.
Anything stands out on that?
So Unity ride 19. Unity ride 19. Some stand out. 19. So that was a year before COVID. Did you ride with us out there?
No.
19. Yeah, you're taxing his old brain now.
I got you on that one. Okay. Let me let me, uh let me see if I can bring it up a little bit. How about y'all's 15-year anniversary? The
Oh, the
meet and
50th.
greet at,
Oh, oh, now yeah, that was
At Grill 13.
that the 50th anniversary, the 15th anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah, now the 50th anniversary, the 15th anniversary was kind of special because a lot of things happened on 50th anniversary. One, Wash bought a Harley Davidson. That was kind of special. We had an event at the Harley
Mhm.
Davidson dealership. That was kind of special. Uh, so that was amazing that Wash, who used to hate Harley Davidsons, and he had a gold wing. He traded in a gold wing for a Harley Davidson. So we dogged him for that. And we had a big celebration at Fort Washington Harley Davidson. So that was those are two things that really stood out in my mind. To meet that milestone in 15 years.
Wow, yep. Let's see if this one brings a memory. The bike blessing on May 1st. It was on a Saturday, and, you guys had a bike blessing.
Well, all our bike blessings are on Sunday.
I don't see a year on it, though. This one doesn't have a year on it. It may have been 2021.
Well, all our bike blessings are on Sunday.
Oh, okay, so that one just had the wrong date on it, I guess.
Yeah, all our bike
Alright, let me
blessings are on
see
Sunday
that.
during church.
Alright, yep, okay, yep, you're absolutely right, because, I'm looking at it I'm looking at another flyer.
Yeah,
Mine says May 1st,
yeah, every
2016.
when people ask, what Sunday is your bike blessing? It's always the first Sunday in May.
Always.
I mean,
No ifs, ands, buts about it.
the date will change. Will it be the first, second, or third? But it's always the first Sunday in May.
So tell us about your, ride to eat. What was your first ride to eat, ride like?
Our first ride to eat. Well, let me tell you about anything first we did with the Kingdom Knights. The
Okay.
first year we were created, the first year we never left St. Charles or St. Mary's County.
Mhm.
For the first year, we get together, and even though we're ground pounders now, we never left St. Charles, Charles or St. Mary's County. I mean, it's good because we learned how to bond with each other and
Right.
ride and learn each other. But man, I tell you, we pounded the heck out of Charles and St. Mary's County. All the back roads. I mean, Captain Billy's, all the places. We stayed right in Charles and St. Mary's County. We know those back roads so well. All the little seafood spots, man, we killed those spots. The first president, Hawk, his father lived in St. Mary's County, and we used to always stop by his house on the way. But Captain Billy's, I think Captain Billy's was probably our first spot we ever ate in. But yeah, it took us a year to get out of St. Mary's County. But it was a good learning year, though. We learned each other, our skills, riding and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, first year, we never ate outside of St. Mary's County.
Okay. And then, what was the first ride you guys did do?
Our first ride together to get out of town was Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Our first ride to get together was to get out of town was Myrtle Beach, and that was a great experience. And then our first real yonder outside of Myrtle Beach, 2008, we stretched out and made it to Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in 2008 was a breakout year for us. We hit Niagara Falls and Daytona in 2008. That was our stretch out year. That 2008, yeah, we ready to roll then. Got Niagara Falls, and Daytona same year. A couple people went over to Canada. I didn't have my passport then, but a couple people went over to Canada and came back.
Nice. So as a kingdom knight and a biker, what would you say your rewards? How would you count your blessings as being in a motorcycle ministry?
Well, I'll tell you one of the blessings being in a ministry and riding is the ministry side. Now, because we're not ministers, well, some of us are not ministers in the church, but that's not our mission, ministry in church, is being a minister on the set.
Mm-hmm.
Being a minister on the set. The relationships that we build with the motorcycle community, with the motorcycle set, is priceless. Earning their respect, having their respect, and being their personal ministers is one of the greatest rewards. We have relationships with different people on the set that is second to none. Sometimes when people tap you on the shoulder and tell you things in confidence that they know won't go outside of your ear, anybody's ears,
Right.
it's rewarding. Each one of us might have a relationship. Like I might have a relationship with somebody they'll tell me something and they know it won't go past me. Hustle might have a relationship with somebody else that I don't have, and vice versa. I may know something that they just want to, fill my spirit with and get feedback and not be condemned,
Judged.
and judged and all that kind of stuff because of the relationship I have with them.
Right.
That's precious. And they know I'm not judging. It's funny. We come around and I'm walking on some brothers and they got red cups. They start putting them down. I'm like, no, bro, put your cup back up and drink what you want. Don't care about that. Keep on having conversation. But it's that respect thing. But I appreciate it, but keep on doing what you're doing. But it's that respect that they know what I'm representing. And, we're everywhere, just not doing everything.
Correct.
But they know they know they don't expect me to be at the party, but they know I respect them. So they know what we represent when we roll up, but they know how we're going to represent ourselves. So understanding what we bring to the set is one of the greatest rewards, and so that's what we're here. We have a mission to show that you can ride, you can love the Lord the same way y'all do, but we have a representative on our backs. We
Right.
represent churches on our back, and we
Right.
represent that when we ride. So we're not, like I said, we're everywhere, just not doing everything. And we're a guest on the set. You allow me to bring that to the set, and we're not going to compromise that. So that's a great reward. And the second part of that reward, like when we ride across country or even halfway across the country, uh, you're prepared to minister at every time, at any minute. Gas station ministry. Hey,
Mhm.
are you a Christian biker? Yes. And then testimonies come out. Can I tell you this? And your ear, and they just sometimes they just want to witness to you. That's ministry at Pump 7. You know,
Right.
I experience that a lot when we go across country or across, even this weekend. You experience that a lot. So those are great rewards.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's inspiring and motivating. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna play 2 videos real quick. Then when we come back, we're gonna talk about y'all's riding skills. How y'all love to ride and the way y'all ride. And I know firsthand that
Uh-oh.
y'all hit them roads hard. So anybody that's tuned in, y'all watching MC Love with DJ FX with my very special guest, my brother Moose of Kingdom Knights Motorcycle Ministry. And we shall be right back.
Don't go away.
Yeah. All right, we are back. We're back. We're back. I just had to play the little video of the promo for I did for Moose as my guest coming on here, as well as a shameless plug for Creative Views with my entrepreneur freelance video editing. So if anybody is interested, I did a video to highlight a lot of the different events that's coming up, and I've got another one I'm going to do. And I'm going to post it in a break coming up next week. Updated videos for the upcoming events. So if you have a different event you got coming up, or if you're doing a podcast and you want uh, different sceneries or an intro or something like that, or an exit or anything, any kind of combination, holler at your boy, holler at your DJ, and let's make it happen. Let's make them see you. All right. So Moose.
Yeah.
So let's talk about y'all's riding skill. When y'all ride distance, and I've heard this from a numerous of people on the set as well as off the set. You guys ride hard.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. We're pretty enthusiastic about our riding. We're not.
Uh,
I would say we get where we're going. We get where we got to go.
Get what you gotta go. 'Cause you guys get up at, what, 0:30? Is that the mantra?
Oh yeah. Oh, get up time. Yeah, we know when we ride cross country or even as far as Florida, we're out the door at 0 dark 30. Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
um,
we ride. You know, we ride the most ground pounders time frame. You know, we're pretty regimented at our riding schedule. We up at up 0 dark 30. Gas stations don't last all day. Uh, we don't have 8 course dinners on the road. Eat when we get to the destination. We're not stopping at restaurants and having full course meals. We're not stopping at the gas station and going to the machine and hitting button 3 and 4 and getting 2 course meals, eating that because we don't want nobody putting their finger up. I got a boo boo.
right, right.
you know. So yeah, so we're pretty regimented on that type of scenario. You know, we you and I hate to say it, but on long rides, we don't have a lot of guests because our style is kind of regimented, kind of hard.
Mhm.
Um, and unless you have ridden with us before and we know our style, people either love to ride with us or they hate to ride with us.
Right.
There's really no in between because we are kind of regimented in our riding and our style, and if you're not into it, it might get on your nerves. We might get on your nerves because we're not that conservative. We have a pace. It might be kind of upscale for most people. And we keep that pace. If it's a 700-mile day, there's really no letting up on it. It's hardcore all the way. Tallahassee, Jacksonville to Waldorf, Maryland. That's a 10-hour day. It's not a 12-hour day. It's a 10-hour day. That's pretty standard.
Mhm.
That's pretty normal. So if that's not something that's normal for you, it's it's probably best not to hang.
I know I enjoyed immensely the ride that, we guys had. I think was it 218?
Yeah, the
Was
218
it
ride. Yeah,
218?
yeah,
Man,
that's a good run.
folks, let me tell y'all, going on the ride with them was exhilarating, inspiring, frightening, but definitely most enjoyable, ride I had with them. Didn't think I was gonna keep up, but I did. Um, a couple of times, the butt cheeks, got kinda tight, going up and down some of them hills and them turns, but it was real good. It was real good. And I can say that, um, even though you guys have a hard riding regiment, um, and I can s and I if I was not the mindset that I have as a rider, I would probably be in agreement with some of those who may say, "Oh, no, I couldn't ride like that. No, no, no." No, see, I'm encouraged by that. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking forward to doing when my time come again.
Yeah, but see,
Um,
that was just one time. If you did it more and more,
yeah,
that was just your one time. If you did it more and more, you'd find yourself, got used to it.
yeah. How's Grunt, by the way? How's Grunt?
Oh, Grunt, that's my man. He's all right. He bought a new road glide.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So
that's what's up.
yeah. Plus, also, you have to understand the ergonomics of some things. You're a fat boy. You didn't have a windshield.
Mm-mm.
Also, so
Nope.
so some of the riding we were doing, we were more comfortable than you were. You were getting a whole lot of wind that was holding you back, and we were like What's the problem? Because we didn't get that wind that you did. We were like this. You were holding on like that because you had all that wind hitting you. We were like,
Yeah,
what's the problem? You know,
lesson
and
learned.
yeah, so you had a lot of wind that was holding you back, and we didn't have that. So some of the things is the ergonomics of what you're working with the machine
Mhm.
you're working with that can make things a little harder. Grunt has upgraded his bike too now, so he has a road gang. So
Okay.
yeah, so he's doing well. Now the grunt is funny because he's not a long run pounder. He
Right.
said he says I'm a local pounder. But we're stretching him out there.
That's what's up. Let's talk about this event
We're loving it. And the first thing Saturday, we're back at Harley Davidson like we were for the 15th with a little difference, a little different part of it. We got the sound competition, but this time we've got the King of Gospel sound show. Uh,
okay.
that's so blasting out gospel tunes. So that's something a little different. I don't think that's ever been done before. Uh, then we got line dancing. We got uh, great food going on. So it's gonna be a fun filled day at Harley Davidson. They're very welcoming to us. They're excited about having it. So that's gonna be a great event. So we're
Yeah.
excited about being back at our 20th at Harley Davidson. That's gonna be a real good show.
Now was w if now the weekend event, that's the one that's gonna be at Harley Davidson?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's the line dancing and the King of Gospel uh, sound show. That's at Fort Washington, starting at
Alright, and that's
at
from
11.
11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yep.
So make sure y'all, come on out there and support the Kingdom Knights, 20 years, in the game as ministry, as bikers, as riders, as family, as as your friend, as your brother and sister. Come on out and celebrate because one thing for sure, they ain't going nowhere no time soon. 20 years in the game, that's something to celebrate, something to very much celebrate. And of course, Sunday, what's happening on Sunday?
Sunday is the big day. That's our big annual, our Super Bowl, our everything where we get to hug everybody, hug every neck. With Pastor Macklin, we'll be bringing the word uh, at 12 o'clock, and we get to feed everybody some holy hot dogs and bring the word. Starting at 12 noon, but get there early because we got get there before 12 because we always love that parking lot fellowship before. Get there early so we can have so everybody can just hug everybody and meet everybody. The biggest meet and greet in the parking lot before the word at 12 o'clock. That's the part I like. I really like that when everybody comes early so we can get off bike and hug and greet and meet and greet in the parking lot and in the sanctuary before the word. That's like the Super Bowl for me. Everybody comes in. That atmosphere, man,
I know.
for 20 years to me is just the biggest thing in the world to me. That's just we're in a new location and people still come out. But I look forward to this every year. It's just the biggest gathering to me. It's the greatest thing. And everybody's embraced the new location and then Pastor comes in and blesses everybody with the word. It's a wonderful thing. Those who have may not have made it, before. I really hope they come and really get a chance to experience it.
I do too. I'm trying to see if I think I got a I wanna say I had an aerial shot of no, I don't have it. I mean, I have it, but I don't have it in my files right here where I'm looking. Um, ah, nope, I don't have what I thought I was looking for. But what I do want to talk about though is this particular.
There was a hog event in Lynchburg, Virginia, and we rode down to that hog event in Lynchburg. Had a great time that weekend, and we rode. We came home that weekend, that Sunday. Uh, um, Came home in some torrential rain.
Mhm.
When I say torrential rain, my God, it was blinding rain. Now, mind you, this is 2005. We all was just starting off on this thing called bike stuff. We had no rain suits.
Mm.
We had no rain suits. We had windbreakers. They're not rain suits. Yeah, they're not rain. They're not rain suits. We had to pull over several times uh, because we couldn't see,
Mhm.
and I don't even know how many times we had to pull over because it was torrential rain. Pull over and get in stores sometime and then lighten up. We get back in, get back in. This is a 4-hour drive or ride, Lynchburg, Virginia. It took us 10 hours to get home. One of the reasons was when we got close to home, got on the Beltway, a portion of the Beltway had closed due to a flood. We're looking at the water over top of the Beltway, over top of the cement barriers.
Mhm.
And the Beltway was closed. So we had to figure out how to get home soaking wet, fully drenched, and the police had moved one of the barriers. So now after about maybe 2 hours, so we backed our bikes up and we went back over because they couldn't get across Wilson Bridge. Got to another bridge that was closed.
Mm.
So eventually we eased our way around and we got across the Southeast Bridge and we made it back to my house. Now he lived in Virginia, but we eventually made it back to my house 10 hours later, super soaked head to toe, super soaked head to toe. And so, in this, what you can't read, is depicting all this in the story. And so, because I'm talking about the whole weekend.
Right.
And so I'm also talking about how we were down in Lynchburg, Virginia, driving through the woods and the story. And I was telling about how I got kind of descriptive. And I'm talking about I could hear the slaves in the woods. They all
Mm.
saying, look, they riding on steel horses. They free." You know? And so Haywood worked in construction. I got in the house. My wife, you know, went in the mode, fixed up some hot soup. We got it all dry. This is like 3 in the morning now, 3, 4 in the
Mhm.
morning. Now, Haywood worked in construction, always getting up early, working construction. He said in the guest bedroom. I said, all right, man, look, it's 3, 4 in the morning. I know you used to get up early, but don't get your ass up too early this morning. I want to get some sleep. All right, man, go get some sleep. So next morning, I get up about 10. Went downstairs. He's still upstairs. Talking to my wife. Wife ready to go to work next day. I said, all right, let me go get Haywood up. He's been asleep long enough. I go upstairs. Hey, man, get up. Hey, man, get up. Haywood, get up. Haywood ain't getting up.
Haywood is not getting up, huh?
I went to shake him. Haywood ain't moving. I called my wife because Haywood ain't moving. Unfortunately, Haywood died in his sleep
Wow.
in my house.
Wow.
Apparently, he had severe sleep apnea, but didn't have the machine, and had a heart attack in his sleep or something like that. I guess he was in from being tired and sleep apnea and had a heart attack and sleep and all that kind of stuff, and died in
Wow.
sleep.
Wow.
After all the
Guess this is under your ride. Is this under your ride here? Uh,
the trunk.
yeah. Is that where that is?
Yeah. So
Different areas that you guys been
no,
on?
no. So here's the thing. Bikers, a lot of pounders now, um, create these patches. These are
Mhm.
stickers,
Mhm.
and when we go to these events, we trade them like trading cards.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So each bike's like so. In the upper, if you go far to the left, that you see reef, the
Yeah.
REEE, that's reefs. You'll see K solos,
Uh-huh.
and up the one you see Big Smiley. That's Smiley. Smiley is the top pounder of the country. You
Right.
know? And so everybody, you see Logics down there, always to the far right at the bottom.
Yep.
So now pounders create these stickers, and we trade them. We trade each other stickers when we see each other to put on our tour packs on the inside. So
That's
when I
what's
went,
up.
yeah, so when I went to Iron Elite, and we're at the one of the dinner things, we're all trading each other's stickers to put on
Nice.
our tour packs.
Nice. I got
Yeah.
one more for you.
So go back to the other one real quick.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. Let me close that one out. Hold tight. Hold tight.
And I'm gonna show you the second reason why we have them.
How do I do that? How do I move it? Oh wait a minute, Moose. Hold on. Let me go back.
Well, if you can't go
No.
back, see the Kingdom Knights patch in the middle. Now to the left of that, you'll see what it says 48. That's our Kingdom Knight patch. Now the second reason we create these patches as pounders, when we go places out on the road, you may see a road sign, any kind of road sign. We leave these patches on road signs to let other ground pounders know we've been here. Kind of
Nice.
like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant,
Yeah.
let them know his scent is here.
Right.
Yeah. So we leave these in conspicuous places to let other pounders know, yeah, I've been here too.
That's what's up. Man, that's really what's up. Leaving your calling card.
Yeah. So that 48 Kingdom Right patch and some of these other patches are all over the country on different signs.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's truly,
So
truly awesome.
so
Big shout
if you
out to
travel
all.
someplace as a pounder and you see another biker's patch somewhere,
Mhm.
you take a picture, and if you know that biker, you tag in a picture. Hey man, I saw your patch in Iowa on that road sign.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So is there a designated spot where bikers do that?
No certain designated spot. If you're traveling and there's a road sign, or like a state sign on the side
Mhm.
of the road or something, or on a pole, and you just happen to put your sticker there, and then I might put my sticker there, and then wherever you can get away with it.
Nice, nice. That's what's up. All right, let me see if I can get this one back up here again. I want to see if you want to talk about this one here. This is one of my favorite pictures of you. One of my favorite ones.
Your favorite one, huh?
Yeah, and because you look so hard.
I didn't even know that picture was gonna come out that way.
You look so hard. I was like, okay, look at my man.
Yeah. Well, it goes with the theme: ride hard, pray harder.
So who came up with that? That's what I wanted to talk about. Who came up with that?
I
Because
think
love
Hustle Man
that.
came out with that thing
Who did?
I think Hustle Man came up with that one. Ride hard, pray harder.
I like that. That's really nice. And
Yeah,
then
we have different themes on our shirt, like like the church crew on this one, and ride
right.
hard, pray harder.
Yeah, I think I might want to invest if y'all guys have any more. I like to have just yeah, I like to have that in my little collectibles because I got this one from Highway Hyenas. I got one for Case Solo. I've got one for Moto Mob with Shaquila, the mileage bully. So I like yeah, I think I might want to get one of them.
Yeah, ride hard, pray hard, and it makes sense. When we wear it out, and we go out different places and in restaurants, and people see it. Say, yeah, man, I like that theme. Ride hard, pray hard. That makes sense. People can identify with it.
Exactly. All right, so we're at this point of the show now where I get to ask you the question I ask everybody. And first, I want to just also say thank you for just being, coming back again. I think might be your third or fourth time on my show. The
Yeah,
first time
yeah,
first time was in the studio.
yeah, yeah. If you go back to the studio, like I told you the other day, I remember coming to the studio where you got lights, camera, action all over. I thought I was going to I thought I was going to Channel 4 News.
Yeah. And then again, when I was podcasting, I'm still doing it from home, but at my one location from home. Um, and then yeah, so I just love having these conversations because every year or every visit, you guys come, it's always going to be something different and something new, something refreshing, and something that somebody can, needs to hear or will encourage and inspire them. So I
Yeah,
just
well,
want to thank
I'm glad
you.
you're still you get to the game. Being as a pioneer in the game, and a whole lot have followed after you. I'm glad to see your return to the game.
Well, thank you. Because I was about to give up. Con Moy from he was no longer called Wear Your Vest, but the venue GPS. The last interview I had with him, he encouraged me. He said something. He said, "Just don't quit." He said, "You may not get the one like or the one follow, but he said, just don't quit, don't quit." And then K Solo, another brother. I've been trying to have him on my show for the longest, and he remembers now. After going back looking at some of my footages, he remembered me reaching out to him trying to get him on the show, and he finally, he blessed the stage, blessed the mic, and it was on my show. And
Yeah, you got it.
he even said, it just it. Well, I'm back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just say I'm back. So the question I want to ask: what is one of your most memorable, embarrassing, or funniest moment you've experienced as a rider?
Funniest or embarrassing? I think probably funniest and embarrassing probably is the same as a whole lot of other bikers I've heard say before. Is the one thing that gets a whole lot of us, darn it, it probably goes on bloopers. Is Well, no, I'm gonna add to it. I got one that everybody has, and I probably have one more. Maybe everybody don't have. Is that darn kickstand? Pull it up. Think you got that daggone kickstand down, and that damn thing ain't down, and you fall.
Mhm,
Oh, that's embarrassing. But
mhm.
I got another one where I was at the Harley shop, and yeah, we got to pull off. Bike start up. Everybody get ready to leave. And a lot of bikes. Everybody get the helmet on. Everybody pulling off to the left, to the far right, all the way to the left. Ready to pull off. Ready? There go. I crack my throttle. I ain't start the bike. How the hell am I pull off? I ain't start the bike, man. There was so much noise. I thought I started the bike up. I mean, I put the kickstand up, move my throttle. Never moving. I ain't started the bike up. That was embarrassing.
Oh man.
I had to recover. I had to plan it off and recover real fast.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that was
that
embarrassing.
that's embarrassing and funny. Oh my
I
goodness.
tried to play it off like the bike had stalled.
Installed.
Yes, I had to play it off like the bike, like, oh, man, oh, I ain't stall. Why stall? I ain't stall. I ain't started.
Man.
I don't know which one's
Oh,
worse, the kickstand or the bike ain't started. You ain't turned the bike on. I mean, I didn't even go where it pre starts. I didn't even
right.
pre start it. Just, here I am. So pick which one's more embarrassing.
Oh man. That's funny. Oh, let's talk about that ring you got. Let's put that ring up to the camera there.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, let's
ring.
talk about that real quick before I go to my next question. Tell us about that ring.
This ring, man, I discovered from this lady. Uh, she's named. It was called MC Rings. An entrepreneur. I think she lives in North Carolina, and she's really good. She makes these rings out of your set of colors, and she makes a perfect diet. And she's done many rings. Sons of Solomon's, Flaming Knights, whole bunch of people. She does really good at making your
Mhm.
perfect rendition of your colors. And she takes a lot
Nice.
of orders. She does really good. It's heavy metal. It's heavy metal, and it's a great production ring. You can't break it. It's a really good ring. That's the good. That's the good side. The bad side is some people aren't ready for success. Some people aren't ready for their entrepreneurship. She took more orders than what she could handle. She promises your rings in 8 weeks. Good luck if you got your rings in 8 weeks. She was working out of her house, and some rings she was so backed up on. I had because I was promoting her business on my page and putting it out there, and I had some good luck with her. But I had some one percenters that I didn't know from the other side saying, "Hey, do you have her address?"
Mm.
Because she required a deposit before you got the product,
Mhm.
and she had some people's money and didn't have their rings,
Mm.
and they were looking for
Mm.
her.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and so she, I think she's fully out of business now, but she was delivering. She had people's money without delivering rings.
Wow.
And one of the conversations I was having with her, she just was overwhelmed. She just had way too many orders that she was unable to produce, and she was looking for I think an investor to help boost her up and get her a building and all that. And I don't know how that worked out, but I think she's out of business now. But she produced a great product. But
Alright, one last question, then I gotta go. Um, what would you tell your younger self or someone who has the, um, idea of wanting to join a motorcycle club or a motorcycle ministry?
I'd say if you wanted to join a motorcycle club or motorcycle ministry, uh, don't be afraid to do your research and slow down about it. Don't join uh, anything because you want to be popular. Don't join because of somebody else's pressure. Join what fits you. Research that group and make sure it's a perfect fit for you, and then make sure you want to commit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be hot for 30 days. Meaning don't be willing to do everything that's don't do everything that's qualified and then go away. You know,
Right.
don't be, here are the qualifications. Don't be gun ho and then go away. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're in it for the long haul. Because too many times you'll meet the qualifications and you're all gun ho, and then they don't see you.
They burn out.
They burn out. If look at the club and look at their requirements and make sure that that's something that you can handle. If you can't handle mandatory runs, then that might not be the group for you. Look at their
Mhm.
requirements and make sure that that's something that you can handle, you and your family can handle. Because a lot of times, the family, it should be a family decision because it's going to affect the whole family. So maybe an RC is better for you. Maybe an MM is better for you. Maybe an MC is great for you. You know, there's a financial aspect of it. Can your finances handle it? Can your job handle what you're going to do? So
Mhm.
look into it. Do a little research. Research you too. I mean, don't just research a club. Research you, and then enjoy it. Then enjoy your decision and have.
That's what's up. All right, cool. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and end the show. Um, again, thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for, and the doors, as I've always said it, and the proof is in the pudding. The door is always open for you to come back. And
Thank you.
you don't have to wait for me to invite you. You get, if you want, hey, just reach out to me and say, hey, I want to come on. We'll make it
Man,
happen.
sure, thank you, man. Thank you for having me on. I know I've arrived if I joined your show.
Hey,
She's
man,
she's next.
Does
She's
that
next.
go for me too?
that goes for you too. Anytime, anytime. As a matter of fact, Marilyn, well, I might do one with you because you have a very inspiring story to tell.
That's right. She does.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna have both of y'all back on here again. I'm gonna try to work that out.
Okay.
Yeah, she
All
does.
Let
right.
me know.
She has a great story to tell.
Yes, she does. All right. So stand by. I'm going to just go ahead and pray us out. All you bikers out there, all you drivers out there that are driving, make sure you look more than twice. Look 3 times if you need to,
Yes,
because
sir.
that brother or that sister that's on the 2 wheels or the 3 wheels, that's somebody's husband, that's somebody's wife, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's mother, that's somebody's father. And we want to make sure that they make it home in the same way that they left, alive and whole. All you bikers out there who are riding recklessly, there's a time and a place to do those things. And remember, it's your brother that's your brother or your sister that's riding next to you that you putting their lives in jeopardy. And like before, we want to make sure that they make it home and don't go home until God calls them.
Amen. Yes, sir.
So while you're out there riding, ride safe. Keep the wheels down and always remember there's always another day to be happy for and grateful for. Until the next time, this is DJ FX with MC Love. Pray before you ride, pray during your ride, and do
Yeah.
the same thing on your way back home. Until then, burn rubber and not your soul. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Hey.
sir.
All right.
Yeah, only 6 minutes over, man. Not bad.
Not bad. Okay. I'll,
All
I'll see y'all later.
Bye
right,
bye.
bro. Have a good one. Thanks again.